Bernardo, thank you for joining us. How was your summer?
Very good, very good. I had the good time to rest, to recover, to be with my friends and family. So yeah, I'm ready for the next season.
How did you find your first World Cup experience?
Well, for me personally, it was a great experience to be there, to feel the atmosphere, to play some of the games. For Portugal, it wasn't as good as we expected, as good as we wanted it to be. But as I said, it was my first big competition with my country, and it was a great experience for me.
The final game for Portugal against Uruguay was probably a strange one for you, because obviously Portugal lost, but your own personal performance was excellent. Were you pleased with your own performance, even in defeat?
Well, yes, I thought I was good, but obviously we didn't win. It was a big disappointment for us to lose on the last 16. But as I said, it was my first big competition. To be there to play a World Cup, it's a completely different competition than any other that I had played before, and to be there to play against some great teams, and to feel an entire country behind us, it was very good. Now
that you've had a little bit of time to reflect on last season, has it sunk in yet just how much you achieved, both you personally and the team?
Well, I think to the entire squad, to the fans and to the whole club, it was a fantastic season, especially on the Premier League, that we broke all the records, we made more than 100 points, the goals, everything. So yes, it was a fantastic first season for me personally, for the old club, as I said, and we're looking forward to try and do even better, especially on the other competitions like the FA Cup and the Champions League, and we'll work very hard for that.
Simply the best, so much better than all the rest. Manchester City.
So, I mean, the players have only just come back together, really, but are you getting a sense from them that they're ready to kind of kick on from last season and actually try and achieve more?
Yes, of course. I think everyone is very hungry to get more titles, to keep winning and winning. And as I said, we just got back, some of the players just got back a few days ago, but you can feel that everyone is working very hard to start well the season and to try and do even better than the last one.
Riyad Mahrez, of course, has joined us this summer. You've had a little bit of time to see him on the training pitch. I mean, he's somebody who's done very, very well in the Premier League in his time here. What are your initial thoughts, having seen him up close?
Well, he's really good. He's a fantastic player. Everyone can see and could see on the last few seasons what he did on the Premier League. He will for sure improve our squad, and we're very happy to have him with us, and looking forward to see him score some goals and helping the team reach our goals.
Do you think you may play centrally a little bit more this season? Is that something you've spoken to Pep about at all?
Well, I haven't spoken with him. I've trained and I've played on pre-season in the middle. I'm available to play there. I feel very well there. Most of the time of my career as a young player, I played there in the center. So yes, I'm ready to play there. I'm ready to play on the right side or to play wherever the manager thinks it's best to help the team.
You've mentioned to me a couple of players in the past, central players like Rui Costa, who were idols of yours growing up, Deco being another. What is it about those players that makes them so special, do you think? Is it the vision, their touch, the technique? What is it that makes them stand out?
Well, I think the way they understand the game, the intelligence, the way they think and how fast they think, knowing already where to put the ball before receiving it. I think when you play in the middle, you have to try and be as fast as you can to pass the ball and to try and find the good spaces to continue the game. So yeah, that's what we try to do when we play in the middle.
We start the Premier League season with a trip to Arsenal. I mean, given that we had so many players at the World Cup and that they've had a shorter pre-season, that suddenly looks like quite a difficult task, doesn't it, to go to Arsenal on the very first day of the season, knowing that for a lot of the players, they've not had that pre-season that they would normally have.
Well, it is what it is, and the players, especially these players that play in a club like Man City, are used to go to big competitions like World Cups and European Cups. So no excuses. Of course, we didn't have as many time as probably last season to prepare the beginning of the league, but we will be there. We'll try and win it. We will work as hard as we can to win match by match and to arrive on the end of the season and then win another Premier League title.
And of course, you could become the first team to defend the Premier League in 10 years. So, I mean, it's a competition that is becoming increasingly difficult to defend. Why do you think that is?
Well, that's why the Premier League is so special, and you have probably 6, maybe more teams that can win the title. So it's never easy to defend the title. We'll try and do it. We have the ambition of try and win it every year, but knowing that we have big rivals and very tough teams that every year buy a lot of fantastic players and prepare themselves very well.
I've got to talk about your first touch as well. It's a kind of first touch I've never really seen, the way that you do it. When did you first realise that you had this outstanding first touch, and also is it something that the other members of the squad recognised and maybe mentioned to you on the training field?
Yes, I think so. It's something that since I was young, I felt it was really important to have on my game. The first touch with your first touch to prepare the ball as well as you can to keep going on the game, to dribble or to pass onto the other player. So yeah, I try to do it as well as I can, and happily I think I'm okay. I'm okay on that.
And your friend Benjamin Mendy, of course, he struggled with injury a little bit last season, but he's back now and ready to play a lot more this season. I mean, you know the kind of character he is. How did he react to spending quite a lot of time on the sideline? And do you think he's the kind of guy who will just come back and hit the ground running?
Well, I hope so. I know he worked very hard to come back as well as he could to play the World Cup. Unfortunately, he had that injury that kept him out of the pitch for a long period. But hopefully this season, with a good pre-season and with the World Cup that he had already to prepare himself, and I know he worked hard on his holiday, it will be important for us. He will improve the team, and we will see again the Benjamin Mendy that we saw at Monaco, and that we didn't see at Man City because of the injury.
How good do you think he can be for City?
Well, very good. I've seen Mendy playing, and I've played alongside him in Monaco, and I know how good he is, how physical he is, how strong. And yes, he's a fantastic player when he's at the top level physically, and I hope he does it well.
Another friend of yours, Fubini, has joined Liverpool this summer. How good is he, and what kind of impact can we expect him to have on the Premier League?
Well, very good. He's a big friend of mine. Played with him 3 seasons in Monaco, and very intelligent player, very physical as well. Recovers a lot of balls, and I think it was a great signing for Liverpool. I hope him the best. I wish him the best. Not against Man City, but as a friend of mine, I think he will be successful.
And who do you think City's main rival in the Premier League will be this season?
Well, Liverpool, they've signed some good players: Keita, Fabinho, the goalkeeper Alisson, Shaqiri. Chelsea as well. They changed the manager. Sarri is a fantastic manager that played some very good football in Napoli. They've signed Jorginho. Yeah, I think it will be between. Obviously, you have a lot of teams that can win the Premier League, but I think Chelsea and Liverpool and Man United are some teams that it won't be easy to beat them.